This episode of The Office is packed with chaos, awkward confessions, workplace drama, and some seriously ridiculous decisions. It all starts with an ethics discussion that immediately goes off the rails when Meredith casually reveals that she has been receiving benefits from a supplier in exchange for a personal arrangement. What was supposed to be a serious ethics seminar quickly turns into a comedy show, with Michael desperately trying to convince everyone that the meeting has somehow been productive. But things get much more serious when the office discovers that they were robbed. Computers and other valuable items are missing, and everyone starts wondering who could possibly be responsible. Michael decides that the best solution is to organize a huge charity auction called Crime Aid to help recover the company's losses. And somehow, Michael turns the fundraiser into a full-blown spectacle. The employees auction off various services, including hugs, while Michael attempts to make the event as dramatic as possible. Then comes the big surprise. Michael claims to have front-row Bruce Springsteen tickets and backstage passes. Unfortunately, the tickets mysteriously disappear, leaving everyone wondering what happened to the best item of the entire auction. Meanwhile, another major storyline is exploding behind the scenes. Andy discovers that Dwight and Angela have been secretly seeing each other, despite Angela being engaged to Andy. When Andy finally learns the truth, his emotions completely take over. Dwight and Andy begin challenging each other, and what should have been a private relationship problem turns into an absurd confrontation. Andy eventually decides that he needs to face Dwight, leading to one of the episode's wildest moments. Instead of handling the situation calmly, Andy literally uses his car to confront Dwight. The two continue arguing about Angela, with both men insisting that they are the one who truly deserves her. At the same time, Dwight has his own problems at work. He receives terrible customer feedback and absolutely refuses to believe that his aggressive sales style could be the reason. Dwight immediately assumes that someone is sabotaging him. Michael decides to fix both Jim and Dwight by putting them through a ridiculous sales training exercise. Jim pretends to be a difficult customer, while Dwight attempts to sell him paper without being aggressive. Predictably, Dwight completely fails the assignment, proving that changing his personality might be harder than Michael expected. Then there is Andy's night out with Oscar and the others. Andy tries to act as a wingman, but the evening quickly becomes awkward. After drinking, Andy ends up calling Angela and saying things he definitely should not be saying. The next morning, everyone is left trying to piece together exactly what happened. And just when the office seems like it couldn't get any stranger, Toby returns. Michael is absolutely horrified by Toby's presence and treats it like a full-blown emergency. He even sends David Wallace a dramatic 911 message, despite there being no actual emergency. Michael's hatred for Toby reaches ridiculous levels, and he tries to provoke Toby into fighting him. Eventually, Dwight decides to get involved and claims he has information about drugs supposedly being hidden in the office. The police arrive and begin searching Toby's belongings. Everyone watches as the situation becomes more and more awkward. But after all the buildup, the police find no drugs, so in classic The Office fashion, the entire situation ends up being another ridiculous misunderstanding. Overall, the episode is a perfect mix of workplace comedy and personal drama. Between the office robbery, Crime Aid, the auction, Andy and Dwight's rivalry, Angela's complicated relationship situation, Dwight's terrible customer reviews, Michael's obsession with Toby, and the disastrous police search, almost everyone manages to make the situation worse. And that is exactly what makes the episode so entertaining. Every time you think the office has reached peak chaos, someone walks in and somehow makes it even crazier.